Hello, ladies. I hope y'all are doing well. Let me make sure my audio is on because I just got a notification that it might not be. Um, okay, good. We're good. How are y'all doing? Happy Friday. I hope it's been a wonderful week for you guys. I can't believe it's already Friday. Like this week has just zoomed by for me. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So say hello. Let me know how your Friday is going. Let me know how you're doing. I actually forgot to go live on Instagram. So sorry, Instagram ladies, if anybody normally watches me on Instagram, which we don't have too much of a following there with Braided. So go and follow us on Instagram. You can follow Braided Faith or Braided Work. And so I actually need to come on here and do a live and let y'all know what we're doing with Braided Work right now. We've got some exciting things happening, and I would love for y'all to know what's going on. So that way in the future, if you want to be a part of it, you can. So yeah, we've got some things going on. That's why I've been super quiet lately, because I have been busy at work trying to set things up, just kind of working on the background of things. But it's super exciting, and I think women who want to be able to work from home, and maybe you want to be a stay-at-home mom, but you still need to work, because let's face it, this world is hard. It's hard. It's just hard nowadays for people to have one income families. It's just not how it used to be, I guess. And so anyway, we had Egret. If a lot of y'all have been, or those of you who have been following our journey, we had Egret work. And so now it's kind of the same thing. There's a few tweaks in there, but now we're Braided Work. We kind of just put everything under one umbrella of Braided Faith. And so, when we moved over and we started to slowly do things, I had let y'all know that it would be a slow process of moving Braided into what we wanted it to be. And we're slowly getting there. And so we're finally adding the next component to that. So it's so super exciting. I'm excited to share that with y'all. So I'll have to come back on. Probably not today, because I'm still kind of getting tweaks and things done. So, but I'll come back and kind of just even open up and share some of those things that we're doing. We're not even going to be doing like any kind of a launch for Braided Work. Mainly because, like I said, we've been working on things in the background, so there's no need to launch it. But it's going to keep growing. And so at some point, some of y'all can come in, and be a part of it. If you're looking for work from home, there's going to be opportunity for that. So, okay, so let's just dive in. I didn't, want to go into all of that right now because I like to stay focused, and it's devotional time. So we are still reading Embraced by Lysa TerKeurst. Today we are talking rest and reassurance. Let's see. I have to keep checking my audio on this. It's probably time for me to get a new computer at some point. Okay, so rest and reassurance. Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Matthew 11:28. We all have those times we wish the voice of God would audibly speak so loudly, there's no way we could miss it. This is the direction I want you to go. Don't we all wish he would just tell us that sometimes? Then we'd know whether to stay the course or head in a new direction. Have you ever wished for this kind of certainty? I have. Most of us want to know what to do. Without that confidence, sometimes we stay in a place too long. But the greater loss happens for those times we quit too soon. Then we can live with this nagging sense of what if? What if I'd preserved one more year, one more month, one more day, knowing when to stop and when to keep on? I'm sorry, persevered. I think I said perversed or something. What if I persevered one more year, one more month, one more day, knowing when to stop and when to keep on keeping on? is a crucial life lesson, one I want to learn well. Often, the more I struggle on my own, the less confident I am with the right next step. It's exhausting. But the truth is, I don't need to be confused or tired. There is one central place I can go for direction and rest. In Matthew 11:28, Jesus encourages us, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." I used to get so frustrated with this verse because I thought, I don't want rest. I want reassurance. I'm burdened by this decision I have to make. I don't want to mess up my missing a cue from you, God. But the rest Jesus offers us is not spiritual sleep aid. The Greek word for this kind of rest is anapau. I hope I said that right, which has as one of its definitions of calm and patient expectation. Ooh, I love that. Calm and patient expectation. In other words, Jesus is saying, if you come to me, I will take your exhaustion and uncertainty and turn it into a calm expectation. But how? My friend Jennifer Rothschild does this enlightening exercise at some of her conferences. She tells the audience to imagine her writing two different words in a large chalkboard. She then speaks the letters as she draws the first word into the air. REST. She does the same for the second word. RESIST. Then she asks, what is the difference? The difference is, of course, I don't know what to do. I can't figure this out. I'm worn out. I've tried everything I know to do. I've given all I have to give. I'm familiar with these I statements because I've said them myself. We can only find anapau, rest, fresh hope, as we stop running ragged and simply take on the next assignment Jesus gives. In verse 29 of Matthew 11, Jesus gives us the assignment to take on his yoke and learn from him. Ask Jesus to show you how to rest in him. It might mean sitting quietly, asking others to join you in prayer, or clearing your calendar to read the word. Once you're still, take the next step. Not 10 steps, not the whole path, not the Google map with the highlighted route, just the next step. You'll know it because it'll be in line with God's character in his word. Complete that step with excellence in an open, humble heart. Listen and look for all Jesus wants to teach you in this next step. This is your part of the equation. But after the assignment comes the reassurance in verse 30, my yoke is easy and my burden is light. We don't have to have all the answers. We just have to stay connected to the one who does, where our strength ends and the exact point where his will begin. This is God's part of the equation. I must do all I can do. Then trust God will do what only he can do. Should I stay? Should I go? Maybe the better question is, God, what is the next step I'm to take today? I'm going to do my part and trust the rest to you. Dear Lord, I am tired and I can't figure things out. Please help me see your part in this equation. Where my strength ends is where your will begins. Help me, Lord, to look to you for my very next step. I will wait in calm expectation. In Jesus' name, amen. Okay, so this is like, it's amazing that how God works because, like, I wasn't really planning on, even bringing up braided work or anything like that. And, until things are ready, and things are going, but it's just, it's really cool how God placed that in my heart to even speak of it, because what she's talking about is exactly how braided faith has been unfolding. Um, if y'all have been on this journey with me for a little bit, then you've seen some of the turns and, and and the changes that I've gone through. And I don't necessarily like to call business faith a ministry or a business. Because I don't look at it either way. I don't look at it as a ministry. And I don't look at it as a business either. I just kind of look at it um, as a place, a place for women to come if they're needing community. Now we're adding work if they're needing work, or an entrepreneur if an entrepreneur is needing a VA. Um, it's coming together, but it has taken time to do that. And I can admit that some of my previous ventures, so to speak, have um, and I don't even like to call them failures because they have been steps. They've been stepping stones for us to get to this place where we are with Braided Faith. But I will say, um, there has been lots of learning with it. And the biggest learning for me is to let God lead, and for me to not get overwhelmed, or to get so focused on the big picture that, one, I take my eyes off of him, and two, the big picture overwhelms me. Well, actually, three, then I take matters into my own hands. And what I've noticed with braided work is, I actually, in my thinking of what braided work was going to do or be, I was thinking braided work wouldn't even start maybe until mid 2022, perhaps even towards the end. And he did it with Braided Faith too. We kind of shut down her sole purpose. I was still coaching with Egret, um, and and when we were kind of wrapping things up, and we knew that God was leading a different direction, in my thinking, Braided Faith wouldn't start until the end of 2020 or 2021, the year that we're in now. And so back in 2020, I was thinking, well, by next year, we can start doing Braided Faith. But the Lord had different plans. And so Braided Faith ended up starting before 2020 was over and before we even hit with 2021. And so the pattern is, then I thought, okay, braided work can be by the end of 2022. And here we are, the end of 2021, and he has started braided work. He has been bringing the people, um he's just opened the doors. He's the one that has led my steps, but it took me surrendering what I wanted and what I thought it should look like, or what I thought it should be. Finding that rest in him. What did they call it? Finding the Anna Powell in him. I doubt I'm even saying that right, but finding that in him. And I've not been resting in the physical. I have been working like crazy, y'all. Like, I stopped being busy a long time ago, but I have found myself in a busy season, but it's still been a very restful and peaceful season. And I know it's him. I know it's because of him. I know it's because of his leading. And so, where I am finding myself once again in a busy season, which, if y'all know me, I've really tried my hardest to turn away from busy, because that's how I used to live my life, was busy, 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 on the go, on the go. I didn't make time for, family, friend relationships. It was, home life and work, 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 busy, busy, busy. What can I get my hands into now? What can I stay busy with? And then the Lord really spoke to me a couple of years ago, and that stopped. Like, it just literally stopped, because I was like, I have to be still. And it's been amazing because he's worked so much in that time. And so I haven't been busy in a couple of years. But I'm finding myself in that season, but it's been very different. I still feel very peaceful. He still makes the time for me to connect with friends. I mean, I had coffee twice with friends this week, um, where used to, when I was busy, I wouldn't allow that time to come through because I was taking everything in my own hands. And so I remained busy and overwhelmed and lonely. But now it's very different. Because I'm giving him my day. I'm surrendering my day to him. I'm finding that rest, in him. And even though I'm busy and kind of going, since I'm being obedient and just knowing and trusting he's already ordered my footsteps, he's bringing in that time, the friend time, the husband time, just the physical rest time. That was a perfect devotional for us to read today, because it kind of even just allowed me to share with y'all um, what I've been going through and how the Lord's really been working in my days, because I'm still a homemaker. My main priority is still homemaking. It's still my home. It's still trying to make sure that we have dinner on the table, which I stress my husband out sometimes with that, because I'm like, what's for dinner? What's for dinner? And he's like, chill, it'll be good, we'll be fine. um and so, just trying to get laundry done and things like that. And so, that's still my first priority. And it's the Lord has been so gracious and beautiful for me, because he still allows that time even in my business busyness. So I hope that encourages somebody today to just to find that rest in him, whatever you're going through. If you're weary, if you're finding yourself tired or emotionally exhausted, whatever the case is, find that rest in him. He loves you. He is for you. He's not going anywhere. And so find that rest in him. Trust that he's already ordered your footsteps. All you have to do is show up and be obedient and receive his new mercies every single day. So I love y'all. I hope that this blessed somebody. If you're catching us on the replay, say hashtag replay. Let me know you were here. Say hello. Let me know if this blessed you. And we will see y'all soon. Bye.